I'm Todd Prickett, Minister of Music at University Christian Church. This video message corresponds with this week's readings of Acts, chapters 21 through 25. Up to this point, we've read about angry mobs of pagans, Jews, silversmiths, and more, who were all targeting Paul. This week, Paul's own people, believing Jews, turn on him. Hold on tight, this ride is about to get a little bumpy. Chapter 21 opens with Paul walking straight into trouble. The mob of Christian Jews who are threatened by Paul's ministry among the Gentiles seize Paul and stir the city into a frenzy. In chapter 22, Paul testifies in his own defense by retelling the story of his conversion on the road to Damascus. Could this be the first example of a Christian testimony ever given? This is the most fascinating aspect of these 5 chapters for me personally. I find it interesting that Paul is telling this story, first told in chapter 9, again. Perhaps this retelling emphasizes the importance Paul places on sharing his story with other people. Telling our own personal story is one of the most persuasive, impactful ways we can share our faith with others. Your story may not involve blinding lights or Jesus appearing to you in a vision, but it is important nonetheless. For some of us, it is simply the ways God has shown up in our lives. Maybe it was an answer to prayer, or maybe God sustained you through an extraordinarily tough situation. Telling others how God has played a part in your story can be incredibly powerful. Although publicly sharing our testimonies has not been a regular tradition in our faith community, I would encourage each of you to think about your testimony. How would you defend your beliefs if you were under persecution like Paul? You might be surprised what formative stories you remember. Next in our reading, in chapter 23, Paul cleverly appeals to the Pharisees' theology and subsequently receives a little leniency. The final 2 chapters, 24 and 25, tell the story of Paul in jail for 3 years, being brought to trial multiple times, and finally being brought before King Agrippa. Have a great week and happy reading.